Mm. All right. Good morning, everyone. Kelsey. My name is Lena. I'm from Vogel Meditation Center. And today, for our practice, I would like to hold a space for a theme of self-love. And we'll call the class Say Yes to Yourself. With that, I invite you to think about the times when we have to say no to ourselves, or we tend to say no to ourselves, and maybe just take a moment to reflect and see how we can change it. Maybe one step at a time, one day at a time, but just allow ourselves to take those moments, to invite those moments of self-care in our life throughout the days. And so today's practice, I wanted to introduce a chair. We're going to use either a chair. So there are quite a few options. We can be seated in a chair or the mat, and I will go through both. So we're going to start. Our breath. And this is somatic experiencing exercise. So we're going to find that center. What I will ask you to do, if you have any long sleeves, maybe roll them up, or just make sure that the arms covered with bare skin. So find a comfortable seat wherever you are at, either on the mat or on the chair. And take a moment here to close your eyes and just notice the soles of the feet on the ground. Maybe noticing the sitting bones on the ground. We're going to bring the left palm and start gently squeezing the right arm. Maybe starting just a little bit above the elbow and moving down towards the palm. And just kind of bringing ourselves back into our body. And maybe even finding our breath, we're going to inhale, walk the palm up, and then exhale, walk the palm down towards the wrist. Just repeat it a few more times. Sensing the breath move through the body, but also using the sense of touch. Allowing for the mind to find that anchor, starting to slow down, getting ready for the practice. And then bringing the left palm on the left knee. Begin to gently, starting from the top, just gently squeeze the arm from the above the elbow down to the wrist. And just noticing sensations. Staying in this experience, noticing what it feels like to create the boundaries of our body. Staying with the breath. We're going to invite inhalations, walking the palm up above the elbow, and exhaling, walking it down towards the wrist. Taking those deep inhales into the abdomen, feeling the abdomen expand and exhaling down. Deep inhale in, exhale down. Coming onto the edge of our chair. Now this is something that we can be seated on the mat as well. Just a few options. We're going to bring the palms to the back, and either they're touching the floor, maybe the back of the chair, maybe they're even hovering over the floor or the chair, and leaning our heart a little bit forward, finding that lengthening in the lower back, maybe lifting the shoulders up, lifting the heart, and just lengthening through the torso as we continue to reach the shoulders away from the ears to the back. Just finding the breath, taking a moment here for the body to lengthen. We're going to bring the palms in front of us. And with the palms either also touching the surface if you're sitting on the mat, or just bringing them on the upper knees, just having a little bit over, leaning over. We're going to move the shoulders, one shoulder forward with the other. Switching the side with the shoulder moving to the front and the other to the back. Noticing the movement, how it's integrated in the spine, in the mid, back, in the shoulders. Allowing ourselves to massage the shoulders. Breath in, out. Bringing the torso up, maybe walking the palms towards the hips, and lifting the torso so it is perpendicular to our ground that we are on. We're going to invite those shoulder rolls first, bringing the shoulders to the ears and rolling them back down. Maybe taking 5 or more of those shoulder rolls. Just inviting that movement. Maybe today it feels that you'd like to go a little bit faster. Maybe just slowing down. Begin to first lengthening the spine. We're going then to twist to the left, to the right. And as we create that space in the mid-back between each vertebra, maybe notice how there is an opportunity for the body to turn just a little bit more to the side, maybe bringing your gaze to the back, over each shoulder. Stay connected with the back. And from here on, wrapping the arms just around the knees, and maybe we're just keeping our heart lifted here. Maybe we're completely folding over. If you're sitting on the mat, the knees are bent here. We're just creating a little bit of an angle between the knees, between actually the feet and the hips, and just easing the body into our knees, our lap, finding that lengthening in the back. If it feels good, maybe swaying from side to side, inviting the movement in the knees, inviting the movement in the hips or the ankles. Maybe eventually starting to invite those semicircles, traveling a little bit more to the right and to the left. Noticing what is present Now visualizing, this is a visualization practice that we are breathing in. And as you take that inhalation, that breath travels to the lower back, maybe even the hips. And then breathe out all the tension and activation that was felt. Coming back to center, we're going to maybe come to a mid chair here, sitting a little bit deeper into the chair if you're there. And if you're sitting on the mat, simply coming to this position with the knees bent. It may be the palms in the back. We're going to simply point the toes and then flex the feet so the toes are drawn to the shins. Similarly, here in the chair, we're going to lift through the balls of the feet, coming onto the toes, and then roll back. Just inviting the movement in our ankles, noticing the flow of the energies through the ankles. Breathing in and breathing out. Allow for the breath to flow naturally as well. Just another movement here. We're going to come to a seat, and wherever you're at, even if you're on your mat with the knees bent, just going to start rocking here side to side. This is also a somatic experiencing practice. Just feel the movement of the body to the right, to the left, becoming aware of those sensations that are present, either the body connecting with the surface on each side, maybe the body softening. Coming back to a straight back, lifting through the spine. Maybe visualize as you're drawing the back ribs in towards the spine. The outer ribs are going to come out, and the front ribs are going to lift up. Notice how engaging the whole rib complex allows us to find the length in the spine. And here we're going to draw the crown of the head, our top to the sky, maybe slightly lowering the chin. So there is an opening in the back of the neck. Staying here for a moment, just sensing the palms of the knees, sensing how there is a lengthening in the arms, maybe the sides of the neck. And from here, we're going to take the right palm and set it under the right buttock. So this breath is a very helpful technique to utilize to release adrenal fatigue. The left palm is going to be maybe on the knee, maybe it just hangs freely. And if you're sitting like that, cross-legged on the mat, the right palm also under the right buttock, and the left palm is on the side on the mat. Begin to lower the left ear to the left shoulder. Take a moment to find an opening in the right side of the neck. And maybe bring the chin a little bit towards the front and back. Just kind of rolling movement here. Notice the area as you do this that feels a little bit more tense, and stay there. We're going to inhale through the nose. Naturally exhale from the mouth. Finding the natural breath here, not necessarily forcing those inhalations and exhalations. You're just breathing in and out. 5 breaths. Sigh out. Neutral breath in. Then just stay here, practicing on your own. It's not the body. It's naturally releasing, lengthening. We're going to switch the sides, bringing the palm of the right hand under the left bottom, or the left hand under the left bottom. Then releasing the right palm either on the knee or to the side. Either it's hanging freely or is on the surface of the mat. Similarly, the right ear attempts to glue towards the right shoulder. And we're going to move the chin forward slightly and back, getting that space in the neck. And when you notice the place again where it is most tense, stay there. Let's start breathing in through the nose and sighing it out. One more time. Notice. Take a moment here to come up to center. We're going to release the arms, bringing the palms on the knees, and we'll walk the chin, starting with the right shoulder, walking it across the collarbones to the left, and back across. Maybe 4 more full rounds to the other side and back. Without rushing in, going through the full range, the full experience. Noticing what is present there. Bringing the gaze to center. Coming behind, so if you are using the chair, if you have a surface, maybe there's a wall, maybe we're just facing the wall here. We're going to roll onto the toes and back onto the heels. So for this, I'm going to use the chair, but you can also even just stand freely and work on the balance. We have quite a few options here. So bringing the feet hip width apart with the toes pointed forward. Finding that movement rolling through the balls of the feet, coming into the fingertips, lengthening through the front of our feet, ankles, and rolling back. Maybe drawing the hips slightly to the back. Maybe there is a sensation in the back of the legs, in the knees, up onto the toes. Drawing again up and down. 5 more times, just like that. And here as we continue, maybe exploring what does it feel like to reach one arm up, releasing back down. Maybe the other arm travels overhead, goes back down. Both of the arms up. Finding your own practice, allowing yourself to move how the body wants to move today. Saying yes to yourself. And from here, coming to this stance where we started, we're going to take a few steps to the back. Hinge from our hips. And this is a variation of the down dog. We're going to rest the palms on the the back of the chair and just ease into the same pose. We can take a down dog on the mat. Maybe just come to a wall and just release the front body a little bit. Just down, finding that maybe 90 degrees in the hips. To become aware of the breath here. Drawing the breath in through the nostrils, allowing it to find its way to the abdomen. Maybe there's an expansion in the abdomen. Begin to exhale, release, sinking a little bit deeper towards the ground. One more deep breath, just leave that through the nostrils into the abdomen. Feel the expansion. Notice the sensations that are present as you continue to stay with your breath, to stay with the breath. Maybe visualize that you're directing the breath to the back of the legs, maybe to the calves. If the activation is present. One more time, deeply inhale. Noticing the expansion and the exhale, noticing. To come back to the chair, and I'll guide you through this next exercise also on the chair and on the mat. So being on the chair, coming to the edge, we're going to extend the right leg out. Maybe the toes point to the front, maybe the foot is flexed. Just an option here to give a little bit more stability with the flexed foot. We're going to reach the left arm to the back, maybe towards the sky here, finding the diagonal line, and taking the twist to the left. Right palm slides down towards the knee. Inhale. Begin the journey back to center, exhaling. Drawing the knee, the foot, the arm back down and towards the center. We're going to grab the palms under the left knee and give it a rise. And then release. And just like that, repeating on the other side, we're going to extend, starting with the bent knees, extend the left leg out. Opening up the heart to the right, taking the gaze over the shoulder. And wrapping the left palm maybe to the outside. Maybe it wraps around the ankle here. Maybe even resting it underneath the shoulder, the knee. We're going to come back. So wherever you are at, either on the chair or on the mat, allow yourself to experience and create. Continuing to say yes to yourself, invite the movement that feels most supportive. Maybe taking 3 more movements to the right and to the left. Finding the breath. Inhale as you extend and reach. Exhale as you come back to the center, to yourself. Last one. And squeezing the knees if you're sitting here, or simply like we've done when we started, releasing the body forward. You're wrapping the arms from underneath the knees and allow for the head to rest between the knees, just to find that support. If it feels good for the head to hang, allow it to hang freely. Taking a moment maybe to invite that movement here in the neck and then release and let the head hang freely again. Coming to peak of our pose, we're going to find our way maybe behind the chair. Maybe we're standing simply on the mat. We're going to transition from warrior 1 to warrior 2, kind of play and introduce some flavors to this practice, to this vinyasa flow. So first, I invite you to find your own stance. Maybe standing a little bit wider to give a little bit more stability. Maybe you're standing in front of the chair, holding onto the back. And we're going to start bending the knee, standing into this warrior 1 stance with the knee bent over the front ankle and with the back toes pointing out maybe at 30 degrees or 45. We're going to open up eventually. So again, just noticing, allow for the body to ease in. This pose. From here, we're going to reach the arms forward, or maybe we're just sliding and chest in the chair. Maybe it's the wall in front, and we're placing the palms on the wall and hovering the heart over the right knee, lengthening, or maybe there is a sensation in the left calf. Just staying aware of what is there. From here, we're going to find that inhalation, reach again forward. And as we begin to exhale, draw the arms to the back, squeezing the shoulder blades, keep hovering. If you need to grab a chair at any time, feel free to do that. Maybe it's the one arm is in the back. If you'd like, maybe both, but again, one arm is perfect. We're going to scoop the arms from the back, bring them in front of the heart, meeting the palms together, lifting the torso up. Inhale, reach arms all the way up. Palms face together. We're coming to the warrior 2 there. Hard now here. Finding that inhalation again. Lift the back heel and pivoting through the ball of the back foot. Exhale into warrior 2. Taking the left palm, sliding it back down the left leg. Inhale, reaching arm up, reaching to the sky. Maybe not bending over, but just simply reaching, lengthening the spine here. Exhaling, releasing the right shoulder down to the right knee. Inhale, reach the left arm up, and exhale, taking it overhead. Press into the back foot. And just feel that connection, the line from the back heel to the fingertips through the left side of the body. Exhale, arm goes forward and lift up. Repeating on the other side. Stepping both feet to the front and then stepping the right foot to the back toes again at 30 to 45 degree angle. Bringing the knee over the right ankle here. And again, just finding that stance, just noticing. And maybe it feels different on this side. Just stay with whatever it is. Staying present. Reaching arms to the front. Going to find a breath. Deep breath in and out. Begin to walk the arms to the back. Squeezing the shoulder blades, scooping the palms together to the heart. Inhale, reach up, lifting the torso, palms come apart, coming to warrior 1. Finding your inhalations here, taking a few breaths in and out. When you're ready to take the next inhale, roll through the back foot onto the ball of the foot, bringing the heel in. Toes are out, open up to the right. Taking the warrior two position, and then the torso tends to move forward a little bit. Again, visualization is to think about maybe the string pulling you in the back, just finding that perpendicular line, perpendicular torso in comparison to the surfacing earth. Inhale, slide the right palm down the back leg, reach the left arm up overhead. Exhale, bringing the left knee down to the left elbow to the left knee, reach the right arm up. And releasing the right palm to the front here, coming to the front. So we're going to play. Starting from this, we're going to keep the sequence. And again, just new flavors. Maybe sprinkles on the ice cream, maybe chocolate chips. We're going to step the right foot to the back. Or actually, we'll step the left foot here. Coming to this warrior, preparation of warrior one, arms to the front. Inhale, bring arms to the back, exhale. Scoop the arms, bringing them to heart. Inhale, reach arms up overhead, parallel arms. Exhale, lift the back heel, and we're going to cactus the arms, taking a twist to the right. Wherever it goes, doesn't have to go all the way, just wherever it feels good. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, we're going to hover here again just for a moment. Heart over knee. Inhale to rise, warrior one. Just be mindful of the back heel, how it's helping us to pivot, opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended angle. Flow the arm to the front, coming back to the front of the mat or in front of the chair, stepping the right foot to the back. Being kind and gentle to the body. Maybe there's a warmth present here. Just moving slow if need to be, or faster if need to be. Reaching arms to the front. Inhale, exhale, swoop the arms to the back. Inhale, swooping arms to the front towards the heart, reaching up. Warrior one. Palms are and arms are parallel. Inhale here, again, pivot, lift the back heel, exhale, cactusing arms 90 degrees. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hover over the left knee. Inhale to rise, warrior one, adjusting the back foot and pivot through the ball of the foot. Exhale into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended angle. And bringing the arm to the front. We're going to move through the sequence again, coming to the front. And just again, finding that stance, stepping the left foot to the back this time. Inhale, maybe just going a little bit faster, reach the arms to the front. Exhale to the back. Inhale, scoop arms to the heart and through the heart up. Finding that inhalation here. Exhale, windmill arms front and back, warrior two. Inhale, slide the palm down, reach the right arm up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Extended ankle. Find the ground of the back foot on the surface. And eventually bringing the arm to the front and coming up. Stepping to the front again. The right foot reaches to the back. Inhale. Keep the knee just over the ankle here. Lengthen, reach to the front. Exhale, arms to the back. Inhale, scoop through the heart, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended ankle. And again, palms come to the front. We're going to step away and find our place on the mat. Now, if you do have bad knees, if it's too much, we can also use our chair today. So just taking a moment here, I'm just coming to a seat in a chair with the hips maybe kind of scooted a little bit back down, but if you want a little bit more activation, you can definitely come to an edge of the seat here. Lift your spine, lengthen your spine. We're going to keep the left palm on the knee, and here we're going to inhale, reach the right arm overhead, very simple. And exhale, bring the right palm down to the side, releasing the palm on the knee. And starting from the side here, scooping up, inhale, the left arm overhead, and then exhale back down. Let's do this 4 times on each side, and we'll add a count of 4 to each inhalation and exhalation. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Controlled movement here. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, the other side. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, squeezing those shoulder blades. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now continue staying 3 more times, counting on your own. Feeling the muscles in the back activating, giving the support to the spine. Stay here just a few more, and again, an option would be just kneeling here overhead. And take a moment, wherever you are at, we're going to come into this variation of child's pose here again, leaning the heart, resting it over the knees. Maybe it's a little bit lifted, maybe just finding that lengthening in the back as we round the back slightly. Or maybe if you're on the mat, again, coming into the child's pose, maybe broadening the knees, lengthening the arms in the front, wherever you are at. There is only an invitation to observe and give yourself freedom to move the way you'd like to move today. Let's stay here, surrendering just for a few moments and letting everything go. Clearing the mind, the body, Noticing with each inhalation now how the body is gently rising, and with each exhalation, the body is releasing. If it feels good here, maybe walking the palms to the right side and then the left. Again, more movement to the right and to the left, breathing into the right side of your body, breathing into the left side as a visualization. We can't really breathe into those parts, but you can visualize and notice what that visualization does, having those powerful effects. Allow for the body to release. We're going to come up if you're sitting in a chair. Lengthen through the spine. And if you're sitting on the mat, you're welcome to grab a blanket here again. We're going to, I'll invite you to either sit in your chair and maybe grab a pillow or a blanket or anything that might give you that nice support. Maybe even kind of sliding your chair towards the wall so there's a little bit rest for the neck, for the back of your head. Or if you're sitting on the mat, from here actually we're going to lie down. And I want to invite a variation here. As we're in a chair, maybe arms kind of open to the side so the heart opens a little bit more, our heart opener. And if you're on your mat, we are going to bring this bolster. Again, you can use the pillow, wherever you're at, the pillow underneath. And I'm setting it up, maybe grabbing a few books if you'd like, or it can simply be the pillow on the surface, wherever it is at. Again, this is an option also to use a blanket, just folding the body over so the back is resting on the longer part of the bolster, releasing the arms to the sides, opening up the shoulders, finding that rest. And I invite you here to stay a moment as I guide you through a meditative practice. So keep your eyes closed. Bring awareness to the tip of your nose, inhaling through the nostrils. And as you're ready to exhale, allow for the abdomen to release, for chest to release, exhaling fully. Notice the breath traveling in and out. And be aware of your thoughts passing through your mind without any need to engage with them. Watching your thoughts on the screen of your mind, coming and going. And allow for your eyes, for the gaze to soften more. Maybe closing the eyes or just maintaining that soft gaze. Maybe allow for the cheeks to soften, the lips to come apart so there is a little bit less tension in the jaw, or maybe tension is completely gone. Now sense the vitality in your body. Notice how your breathing has a strength of its own. Sensing the muscles, sensing your capacity to move in any direction. Maybe taking a moment to remember the movement we have done today during the practice. And even sense the animal strength in your body. Even if it is also weak in some ways. Recall a time when you felt really strong. Imagine that situation as intensely as you can. Bring to mind the sense of strength you experienced, strength in your breathing, energy in your arms and legs. That same strength is beating today in your powerful heart. And whatever you feel is completely fine. Continue to open to the sense that you are strong, clear, and determined. Notice how it feels good to feel strong. Let strength sink into your being. And if you would like to recall other situations when you felt strong, take a moment to do that. Now, continuing to feel strong, bring to mind a person or a group of people who support you. Make this experience as real as possible. Imagine their faces, their voices. Let yourself feel supported, valued, believed in. And sense how this feeling of support increases your sense of strength. Notice how it feels good to feel strong. Let strength sink into your being. Notice any other feelings coming up. Perhaps even opposite ones like weakness. Whatever is arising at the moment is fine. Just notice it, let it be, let it go. And then turn your attention back to feeling strong. Finally, abiding in the sense of strength, bring to awareness a challenging situation. Solid in your strength, feel a spaciousness around that difficult condition. allowing it to be what it is while you continue to feel strong and centered. Be strong, with no need to grasp or struggle in any way. Any problems are flowing through awareness like clouds across the sky. Be spacious, relaxed, and easy. Feel the strength in your breathing, in your awareness, in the clarity of your mind, in the wholeness of your body, in your good intentions. And as you go through your day, pay attention to the sense of feeling strong. Notice how it feels good to feel strong. And let that strength sink into your being as you say yes to yourself. And as you're ready, just blink your eyes a few times. Allow for the body to awaken slowly. Maybe turning on right or left side, giving yourself a gentle, kind rise. Maybe coming to a seated position again. If you're lying down, then roll and bend the knees. If you're sitting up, just giving yourself a lift, wherever you're at. And I thank you for joining me for today's practice. May you feel empowered, may you feel rejuvenated, and may you feel that life force, that energy flowing through your whole body, each organ in your body and every cell in your body. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.